Honda's miniMOTO lineup asks buyers a deceptively simple question: pocket sport bike or 60s nostalgia? The Grom and Monkey share an engine, a displacement class, a wheel size, and a mischievous streak, yet they ask for meaningfully different money and reward genuinely different riders. Here is how they compare. The Grom base model opens at $3,599. The Grom SP asks $3,699, and the Grom ABS tops the range at $3,799, each carrying a $300 destination charge. The Monkey, by contrast, is a single trim proposition at $4,399. That means the cheapest Grom undercuts the Monkey by $800, and even the fully equipped Grom ABS saves a buyer $600. For a segment where the entire purchase price sits below the cost of many mid-size motorcycles' exhaust systems, those gaps are proportionally enormous. The Grom's tiered structure also lets buyers self-select: skip ABS to save money, pay a little extra for SP styling, or split the difference. The Monkey offers no such ladder. You take it as Honda built it, or you shop elsewhere. Both bikes run the same 123.9cc air-cooled 4-stroke single with an overhead cam and 2 valves, measuring 50.0mm by 63.1mm with a 10.0 to 1 compression ratio. Both breathe through programmed fuel injection with a 24mm throttle bore, both use full transistorized ignition, and both fire up via electric starter. This is not a case of one bike getting a detuned version of the other's motor. The hardware is genuinely common. That matters because it removes engine performance from the decision entirely. Neither bike will out-accelerate the other in any meaningful way, and neither will feel more mechanically sophisticated at the twist of the throttle. Whatever separates these two machines, it happens everywhere except the cylinder head. Both bikes carry 5-speed manual gearboxes with multi-plate wet clutches, a meaningful upgrade over the 4-speed units these models once used. The divergence appears in final drive. The Grom runs 15-tooth front and 38-tooth rear sprockets, while the Monkey uses 14 and 37. Run the math, and the Monkey is geared marginally shorter, trading a sliver of top end for slightly quicker response off the line. It is a small distinction, but a telling one. Honda tuned the Monkey for stop-and-go pottering, and the Grom for holding a steadier clip. Riders planning to modify gearing will find aftermarket sprockets cheap and plentiful for either machine, but out of the crate, the Monkey feels a touch more eager at walking pace. Up front, the bikes are twins, 31mm telescopic inverted forks with 4.3 inches of travel apiece. The rear tells a different story. The Grom uses a single shock working through a box-section steel swing arm, delivering 4.1 inches of travel, a conventionally modern sport bike arrangement. The Monkey runs twin shocks with 4.0 inches of travel and an oval section swing arm that echoes the bike's circular design motif. Functionally, the difference in travel is negligible. Aesthetically and dynamically, it is significant. The Grom's monoshock setup looks and behaves like a shrunken sport bike. The Monkey's twin shocks are unapologetically retro and contribute to the plush, forgiving ride Honda markets as approachable for newcomers. Both bikes share a 25-degree rake, but the numbers diverge from there. The Grom stretches to a 47.2-inch wheelbase with 3.31 inches of trail, measuring 69.2 inches long and 28.6 inches wide. The Monkey is considerably more compact, a 45.0-inch wheelbase, 3.2 inches of trail, 67.4 inches long, and 29.6 inches wide. The Monkey is the shorter, wider machine. The Grom is longer and narrower. In practice, the Grom's extra 2.2 inches between the axles buys stability at speed and a more planted feel through sweeping corners, while the Monkey's tighter footprint makes it absurdly maneuverable in parking lots and tight urban gaps. Neither is unstable, but the Grom is the one you would choose for a longer commute. The Grom seat sits at 30.0 inches with 7.0 inches of ground clearance. The Monkey perches at 30.5 inches with 6.9 inches of clearance. That half-inch difference sounds trivial, and on paper it is.
But the Monkey seat is famously thick and generously padded, sitting high atop the bike in a way that changes the whole riding posture. The Grom places its rider more inside the machine, with bodywork surrounding the knees. Taller riders often report the Monkey feels less cramped despite its shorter wheelbase, precisely because the seat and bar positions push them upright rather than tucking them in. Shorter riders may prefer the Grom's marginally lower perch and narrower midsection at the stoplight. Both bikes roll on 12-inch wheels, but the rubber differs meaningfully. The Grom wears 120/7012 front and 130/7012 rear tires, lower profile, sportier sizing that sharpens turn-in and firms up the contact patch. The Monkey uses taller 120/8012 and 130/8012 tires, whose extra sidewall acts as an additional suspension element and delivers a softer, more cushioned ride over broken pavement. The Grom's cast 5-spoke wheels look purposeful and modern. The Monkey's 10-spoke cast aluminum wheels lean into the retro aesthetic. Combine tire profile with wheelbase and the picture clarifies. The Grom is the more precise handler and the Monkey is the more comfortable one.
Hardware parity here is nearly total. Both bikes use a single 2-piston hydraulic caliper on a 220mm front disc and a single 1-piston caliper on a 190mm rear disc. The difference is availability. The Monkey ships with front-wheel ABS as standard equipment on every unit sold. The Grom offers ABS only on the top-tier Grom ABS trim. The base Grom and Grom SP go without it. For safety-conscious buyers or anyone riding in wet weather or dense traffic, that reframes the pricing comparison. Compared against the Grom ABS at $3,799, the Monkey's $600 premium buys retro styling and standard ABS, rather than one at the expense of the other. It also means the two cheapest paths into a Honda miniMOTO both leave the anti-lock system on the table, a compromise worth weighing carefully against the money saved.
The Grom is built around customization, plug-and-play bodywork panels that swap easily, blacked-out engine, exhaust, wheels, and swing arm, and a deep accessory catalog including windscreens, handguards, seat bags, and undercowls. The Monkey takes the opposite approach, a finished object rather than a canvas. Its 1.5-gallon tank is painted to match the frame, swing arm, and shocks, wearing a 3-dimensional Old Wing Heritage Honda logo with chrome accents throughout and a key cut with the same motif.
These bikes cost different money because they sell different experiences, not different performance. Mechanically, the case for the Monkey is thin. It weighs 231 pounds against the Grom's 227 with ABS, carries a smaller 1.5-gallon tank versus 1.6 gallons, offers a shorter wheelbase, and costs $600 to $800 more. If you evaluate on specifications alone, the Grom wins on nearly every objective measure and gives you a customization platform besides. But nobody buys a 124cc miniMOTO on a spreadsheet. The Monkey sells character, genuine, well-executed heritage design with chrome, a thick saddle, twin shocks, and a lineage stretching back to 1961. It also bundles ABS as standard, which narrows the real-world price gap considerably. Buy the Grom if you want maximum value, sharper handling, a longer wheelbase for commuting, and a bike you intend to modify. Buy the Monkey if the way a motorcycle makes you feel matters more than the numbers, and if standard ABS in one purchase is worth the premium. Both are excellent. Only one is a nostalgia machine.